Online gambling is getting so big. I see gambling ads more than I see water. You think about it.
So to celebrate my friend's birthday, I went on a Victory Casino cruise. And not only did everyone get seasick almost immediately, but we also lost all the money we brought in to gamble with.
What? You're telling me that you started gambling and you lost all your money? Well, that's not supposed to happen.
It was one of the best days of my life. For a good portion of the past century, getting on a boat that reeks of piss and wobbling your way out just far enough into the ocean so that laws don't exist anymore was one of the only ways to legally gamble in the United States. It had such a convoluted barrier of entry that most people could go their entire lives without ever being tempted to do it. Just don't go to Nevada and you'll probably never see a casino. In 2024, this is no longer the case.
Only on FanDuel. DraftKings.
I'm an underdog.
Hard Rock Bet.
Valley Bet.
Points Bet.
ESPN Bet 365.
Smack me in the mouth with all of it.
If you watch any sports...
Everybody is talking about gambling now. It is all about gambling. People love to... the whole nation is getting it twisted.
At all. Ads for sports betting have become inescapable. Even if you muted every commercial and closed your eyes until the game came back on, it's still plastered everywhere.
Yeah,
DraftKings promos
everything.
pop up in the middle of a play. There's BetMGM billboards behind home plate. FanDuel logos on the court, on the microphone.
Big money.
They come
It's everywhere.
at you from every angle,
FanDuel
pepper
again.
spraying you in the face so you don't notice they just pulled your pants down. They've made it so watching sports
FanDuel, there it is, another one.
betting on sports are just two sides of the same coin. Like, you can't have one without the other. It's become so normalized that it might be easy to forget that gambling can be kind of bad, actually. About 10 million people in the U.S. alone struggle with gambling in some way, a good portion of which are under the age of 25. Gambling addicts attempt suicide at a rate 15 times higher than the general population. The average debt of a gambling addict can range from $15,000 to $90,000. But where most people would see this as
a lot of people kill themselves over gambling because they run out of money. That's just the way it is. That's bad? Yeah, it's real bad. No, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it.
Problem, a few people saw it as an opportunity. All that extra money that could be siphoned from struggling families and into the pockets of like 12 CEOs. And we're not doing that because... So in 2018, the Supreme Court overruled the federal ban on sports betting. And since then, Americans have collectively lost over $245 billion.
Guys, I need to start getting into sports betting. I just had a really good idea. This could go crazy. Oh my God.
$1,000 on it. That's almost $1,000 per person. And that number was from...
Wait.
Americans have collectively lost over $245 billion on it.
Wait, yeah, because there's like 340 or 330 million people. That is a yes. And that's individuals, right? Not even adults. Oh my God. This is insane. It's like $1,500 nearly.
That's almost $1,000 per person, and that number was from last year. But the bombardment of playful advertising filled with famous celebrities would make you think it's just a harmless, fun game you can play on your phone. Kevin Hart, Post Malone, Chris Rock, LeBron James, Kevin Hart, Peyton Manning, Jamie Foxx, Eric Andre, Patton Oswalt, Vanessa Hudgens, the guy from that Kendrick Lamar song, Kevin Hart. Even the Talk Tua podcast is sponsored by Better. Why is it always
I would believe that.
The people you trust the most?
You don't need to know everything about every sport.
Yes.
Because I don't.
Yeah, me either. All you
I want $125.
Is a feeling and a phone.
Oh my gosh, I want
That is such a bold way to advertise your product. You don't have to know.
See, here's the... So people are stupid and they want to find a way to make a lot of money. And so all you have to do is tell them that that's how you can make a lot of money, and then they're going to give you all their money. It's simple. Yeah, shit's always my Twitch ads. Yeah, gambling, dude. Because back in the day, y'all know I went hard against gambling. Like, I was like, nobody should be gambling. We shouldn't have it on Twitch. We need to get it banned. And I feel like I just lost. I'm going to just say it. I think I lost. Because people like to gamble. I say, don't do it. And they keep fucking doing it. The people spoke. And I didn't want to listen. But unfortunately, now I'm hearing it. It's not good. The devil wins.
Know anything about sports in order to bet on them. In fact, we would prefer you didn't. Look,
Yeah,
this
I
guy's
wonder
just
why.
chilling in a hot tub. He doesn't even know what sport he bet on, and he
Yeah.
won money. So go ahead, just open the app
just
and start
randomly won
mashing
money?
buttons.
What?
I don't know, like, where do you think they got all the money to shell out to these celebrities? Could it be that maybe Prize Picks isn't the secret gateway to riches beyond my wildest imaginations, and maybe they're just trying to get my debit card number so they can take all my disposable income? Whether or not you think sports betting should be illegal, and I'm not even necessarily
The reason why people don't... So, this is a component to gambling that I think a lot of people don't explore, but I think that it's extremely pervasive, is that I think one of the strongest forces that gets people to gamble... Excuse me, sorry. I always drink soda. It goes down the wrong fucking part of my throat. It's annoying. Anyway, I'm fine. I'm good. I just do this about once a day. What was I going to say? Right. Narcissism. People think that they're special. And because they think they're special, they think they're going to be the one that wins the money. So even when they hear that everybody else loses money, because of that narcissism, they tell themselves, yeah, but I'm special. Remember, I was in the gifted program when I was in 3rd grade. I'm going to be a millionaire. And that's what happens.
saying it should be, the fact that they're allowed to
Being serious.
advertise it like this is fucking insane. Imagine a cigarette commercial that was like, oh my god, this tastes so good. This is the best I've ever felt in my life. I'm on top of the world. Typically the only tobacco ads you see are like anti-vaping PSAs.
Yeah.
And I hope there's a future where advertising for betting apps...
Well, you got to keep in mind that the reason why tobacco ads are like that is because back in the... Jesus Christ. Bro, I don't know how I own goal myself like this so hard. How I do this to myself all the time. Oh my God. I should have gambled instead. Anyway, the reason why damn. Cigarette ads are like that because we have advertisement laws. If there were no advertisement laws, you know who would be advertising cigarettes? Dr. Oz.
Is regulated in a similar way. You can still bet on sports. You can still smoke cigarettes if you want to. It's not illegal, but you're not bombarded with the temptation to do it every time you turn on a basketball game. Even though it's only been 6 years since the federal ban on sportsbooks was overturned, technology has already evolved well beyond what was available at the time. And now the gambling has gone from being in a place you have to go to do it to being accessible on your phone.
See, that's what makes it so easy, is that like you can just do this on your phone. And like, especially when you're not gambling with like real fuck, man. God damn. Whenever you're not gambling with money, like with your hands, and it's all like theoretical, that's whenever it really gets you.
There's nothing stopping these apps from trying to lure you in constantly, and they're really good at doing that.
Addiction is intensified, he says, by how much the gambling companies know about each user. That data was used to tailor offers and push notifications to keep the guy in action.
They knew the life stage, the customer life stage it was at, so win back, they described it. So people that have given up gambling for a while and they're trying to get them to come back.
Just by using these apps, you're giving them
they're trying to mind control you. Like, you think about it, you've got a fucking bunch of scientists and sociologists and psychologists sitting around in a round table thinking about how can I get you to give me $20. There's a lot of people that are dumb and they get the $20 out of them. The gambling is fine, but we need a federal ban on gambling advertising. I look, I'm gonna be real. I'm out of this. I'm not fighting against gambling anymore. Like, I don't gamble. I do not enjoy gambling. I do not recommend anybody to ever gamble on anything in their life. But I'm not going to fight and I'm not going to go to war for this. People are stupid, man. They're stupid and they have to waste their money. That's the way it goes.
About your gambling habits, which they can then weaponize against you. If they realize around 2 p.m. every Sunday is when you're most likely to interact with the app because you're watching 19 games at once and you're starting to get a little restless, they can tailor-make a push notification just for you. Maybe they'll boost the odds of a third-quarter Tyreek Hill touchdown, or they'll show you a parlay that 50,000 other people have bet on, and that many people can't all be wrong. Let's talk about parlays for a second, because I think that's one of the biggest contributors
when you win $72K on a $5 parlay.
Exponential rise of sports betting.
It's parlay time.
Put simply, a parlay is when you combine multiple bets into one bet, significantly decreasing the odds of it hitting, but massively boosting the payout you'll win if it does. It's basically the difference between winning a few dollars for correctly calling one coin flip, or winning thousands of dollars if you can get that coin to land on heads 12 times in a row. You're so distracted by the possibility of how much you could win that you're not even considering the fact that you definitely won't. Parlays are the lottery ticket of sports betting, and these apps have made it
It's not true. You probably have better chances with the lottery.
Easy to make one whenever you want.
The reason why parlays are so popular, do you want to know the reason why? It's because people don't understand statistics and they don't understand math. They're too stupid to understand math or statistics, and because of that, parlays get super popular because they're dumb. It's super easy to, like, if people don't understand math, you can just, they can get farmed.
The only thing stopping you from putting together a parlay that frankly doesn't even make sense is your own imagination. Because of parlays, I think for a lot of people, gambling has become death by 1,000 paper cuts. Maybe instead of losing a lot of money all at once, you're just losing a little bit of money all the time. Sometimes you'll even lose money in a way that feels like you almost won. 5 out of 6, I was so close. But that means I'll definitely win next time.
That's right, you're going to win for sure next time. And I think that's why sports betting is so popular, is because it gives people the illusion of thinking that they have control. Like, I'm smart, I'm a good gambler, I'm going to be able to do it the right way and make my money. That's the reason why it's so big.
Online sports betting was
again, it's about that narcissism, like I was talking about.
Fantasy was offering to match your first deposit up to $100, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. I watch a lot of football. Maybe I can finally make back some of the money I've spent over the years supporting my stupid, shitty team. So I put in $100. They doubled it, and slowly over the course of the next 2 months, I lost $25 every week until it was all gone. Now, if I'm being honest, I think this was actually best case scenario for me. I consider myself lucky.
He only lost $25.
That the few times I've tried gambling, it hasn't gone well for me. Because I have no positive association with it. In the same way that I have no desire to smoke cigarettes because the first time
like for me, I'm going to be real, guys. I've gambled before. I've had people that have had me gamble or do something. You know what I do when I gamble? I win. I win every single time. I never lose when I gamble. I never lose. I always make money. I have never gambled and lost money. That's why I don't gamble. It's too easy.
I smoked 2 back-to-back for some reason and was nauseous the rest of the night. I have no desire to gamble because I've only ever lost money doing it. So even though Underdog managed to get $100 out of me, I actually think they would have preferred if I won a little bit first. When betting apps give out these kind of introductory offers, it's not just so they can get a bunch of free money, although that's definitely part of it.
That's the main reason.
Trying to create a customer for life.
Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. $5 get $200 back.
$500. Online sportsbooks know that the best way to get people addicted to their product is to make that first big win as easy as possible. So they'll lure you in with an offer that seems too good to be true because all of that is pennies compared to what they're raking in from the people who are hooked. They give you free money to start with. They'll let you try again if your first bet doesn't work. They'll let you throw in one leg of a parlay that has essentially a 100% chance of hitting. They are desperate to make sure you have a good time. They want every time you see that app icon on your...
they want you to make sure that you think that you're a winner. They want you to feel like you're a winner enough to where you spend all your money. That's the reason why. That's why you cash out early. Yeah, if you can't cash out, you double again. Exactly.
phone to think about the rush you felt when you turned $5 into $100, so you keep chasing that feeling forever. I just managed to outsmart them by being so unbelievably bad at sports betting that I never even came close to winning. But because I was curious to see how much online sports gambling has evolved since I tried it a couple years ago, and because I would never leave a stone unturned in the pursuit of research, I decided for this video I should try it one more time. So I signed up for the only legal sports book in my home state of Florida, which I assume is named after famous internet sex symbol Hard Rock Nick.
Balls tugged on one by one.
Their introductory offer is that they'll give you another chance to bet if your first one doesn't win. Okay. On the surface, that almost sounds...
So that sounds pretty good. Yeah, because then if you lose, then you still win. That's it. You want to get rich, make your customer feel like a winner? Well, if you can take advantage of people's lack of understanding of math, you just get all the money. You get all their money. It's easy.
It's like free money, but it's not like you can bet once, lose, and then just take your money back. You still have to give them the money. You're probably just going to lose twice for the price of one. But hey, check this out. I've already unlocked a 1x multiplier. 1x, which that's one. That's not even... means for every dollar I earn, I walk away with $1.
I spent the next 12 minutes hard at work concocting the smartest and most guaranteed parlays the world has ever seen. With all my bets placed, I could finally sit back, relax, and enjoy a stress-free Sunday afternoon.
Oh my God, oh my God.
You ever see those videos where people fuck up their TV and they beat the shit out of the TV? I'm going to show y'all just real quick. I don't want to go too far off the rails, but I want to show you guys this. We got to go down for a bit because it was a while ago. Where's the guy that fucked up his TV? Was that it? No. God damn it, I might not be able to find it. I'm sorry if I can't find it. I might not be able to find it. Anyway, anytime you see somebody beating the shit out of their TV or like yelling or screaming at their TV, one of the big reasons for that is because, here we go, listen to this. Listen.
Fuck you, Curry! Bitch! Fuck! Fuck! Hey, hold up! Fuck! I lost too much money on that shit!
That's where it's coming from. Somebody just got it twisted. He's mad about the fucking money. They're mad about the money. That's what's happening, is because people that rage out at sports, they're mainly raging out at sports because they lost a lot of money. It's not like, oh, he missed a basket. Who cares about that? It's because they had big money on it.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Why did I bet on Sam Darnold? Why did I bet on Kirk Cousins? Why did I take the over
Curry.
on Curtis Martin rushing yards? He retired in 2007.
The next few hours felt like a roller coaster, but in spite of it all, I was determined to come out on top.
Guess who has 2 thumbs and just won $9.52?
After spending $100.
My other thumb's holding the phone.
I was down, but now I'm...
And since I only lost 5 other bets, I was just $61 from breaking even.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Drew. How could you have possibly known the Bills were going to beat a team significantly worse than them?
Yeah.
What are you, some kind of genius? No. I prefer savant. The truth is, none of this would have been possible without my good luck charm, Michael McCorkle Jones. You can look it up, that's his real name. Ever since I saw him hit the gritty at the Pro Bowl a few years ago, I knew I needed a metal poster of him to hang up on my wall. And thanks to today's sponsor, Displate, that's finally possible. Are you tired of waking up to your boring, empty walls? You try to hang up posters.
Hey, here's a little bit of advice with Displate. When they say to apply it to an even surface, and you think that, you know, because like you have that kind of like wallpapering where it's like kind of indented and stuff, and you think, oh, it'll be fine. It won't be fine. Put it on a clean, even surface. It will not be fine.
But your hammer didn't come with instructions, so you don't know how to use it. Well, why don't you go ahead and throw that thing in the trash? Because you don't need one to hang up a display. Displays are high-quality metal posters that help you show off all your favorite interests, whether it's Elden Ring, Halo 3, or a minion from the movie Minions. And the best part is you can hang them up in a matter of seconds without any tools and without putting any holes in your walls. Displayed has over 2 million artworks to choose from, including tons of officially licensed designs from brands like Marvel, Star Wars, and Minions from the movie Minions. They've even got a product called Textra that brings your posters to life with tactile textures and 3D contours. Finally, a poster that's fun to touch. If you've been procrastinating your holiday shopping, there's never been a better time to snag a display. Not only are they great gifts for anyone in your life, but they're celebrating Black Friday with their biggest discount of the year. You can get up to 44% off your order by going to the link in the description, display.com/DrewGooden, or by using my code Drew at checkout. Thank you so much to Display for sponsoring today's video, which unfortunately will now continue. All right, so I've been using this app for a little over a week now, and even though I did win a few more bets, all I've really managed to do is turn my initial $100.
They need to get rid of this loss tab. They like stop looking at that. Like, bro, like get rid of put it as something else.
Into zero. It's all gone. I think they know they're on the verge of losing me for good because they're really ramping up the notifications. Most days I'm getting at least one every hour. They even offered me another second chance bet, this time up to $500. They are so confident based on everything I've shown them so far that it seems they're willing to give me any amount of money because it doesn't matter. I'm just going to lose it all anyway. Even in my very limited...
That's because it doesn't... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People that are gamblers will always run out of money because they're stupid. That's the reason why. They're dumb. So you can give them they can win $1 million and then they'll try to make $2 million and then they'll be down to $0 again. That's just what they do because they're gamblers. They don't understand math. If they did, they wouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Why do you think all the people that win the lottery lose the money? Because they're stupid.
Time using this app, I can already see the traps they're setting for me, and I am falling for them. For some reason, I've done multiple parlays that are contingent upon something happening at the beginning of a game. They offer a bunch of bets that are based on first quarter stats, and I realized firsthand why they do this. Because that one leg can cook your entire parlay immediately. But at that point, you've already committed to betting on this game, and there's so much more game to bet on. So you do. And before you know it, you're betting on Keyshawn George to make 5 threes? Why did I do that? I don't even know who that is. Why did I think Jake Paul was gonna knock out Mike Tyson?
Yeah, you should have never thought that shit was gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, you fucked up there.
Was never ending in a knockout. They punched each other like 4 times. Obviously, they were just in it for the money, and I knew that going into it. I only did this bet because they boosted my odds, and they only boosted
Overdrive boost is here? This looks like an advertisement for Zenless Zone Zero.
Odds because they knew it wasn't going to happen anyway. It's 2024. How am I still getting scammed by Jake Paul? And on the flip side, when I do win a bet, sometimes I'm not even that happy about it because I'm just
you made $6. Wow.
I should have bet more. You start getting carried away doing the math.
And that's the thing. It's like if you win, so you think about it, right? If you spend $20 and you make $30, then you should spend $20,000 and then you make $30,000, you made $10,000. So, in a way, you'd be stupid not to gamble all of your money away. That's smart, right? That's what you should be doing.
Turn $10 into $30, but I could have turned 100 into 300, 1,000.
You're basically losing money. You are. You're losing money.
It's infinite money. And I think that's one of the most dangerous things about gambling is that sometimes it works. It's a hobby that technically could go well for you if you get very lucky and quit at the exact right time, which you won't, and the casinos are banking on the fact that you won't. Problem gamblers aren't just chasing a feeling, they're chasing this idea that maybe they'll win the lottery. A lot of gamblers can recognize that they have a problem, but see the problem as the way out of the problem.
I think that's right. It's like, you know, I had this happen one time. My friend and I, we went down to the store. This is like maybe like 8 years ago, something like that. And he went and he bought, I didn't even know they had these fucking things. but he bought a bag of gummy bears. I swear to fucking God, it was bigger than this. And he ate half of that bag. And he was passed out on my floor. This was Zach. He was passed on my floor right there. Face down like a mummy. Straight up like a mummy, bro. And I said, Zach, he's what? I'm like, can I get some gummy bears? He says, yeah, you can have the whole thing. Because he was sick. Because he ate so many gummy bears. Then I started eating the gummy bears. I started eating a lot of them. They started making me sick. And I thought to myself, this is one of the most retarded things I've ever told myself. I said, I got to eat the rest of these gummy bears so they won't be around to make me sick no more. And I ate that whole bag. And that's the way gamblers do. They think I just have to keep eating gummy bears. I have to keep doing it. Eventually I'm going to make my money back and everything's going to be okay. That's what they do. And that's why, so this is also another component. This is why gambling is like more corrosive than, let's say, gacha games. Because in a gacha game, you can never chase losses. Every dollar that I spend on Acheron, I will never get that money back. There's not a point where I do a 10 pull and I make $10,000. It doesn't happen. But with real money gambling, you can chase losses. And that's what gets people, get ready, to kill themselves. And so what they do is they chase their losses long enough, and they're so far in the hole that they have to kill themselves. That's what happens. Is Acheron still even good? I have no idea. I haven't played the game in like a year. But like all I'm saying is like that's the way it works.
At the time was if you can just get lucky here somewhere, then potentially there's a way of making this,
of course,
all go away. I suppose the flip side to that as well, Aaron, is it was enabling me to just gamble as much as I wanted as well.
If I just have one good day, I can win it all back. Yes, I've dug this huge hole for myself, but if I just
here's the best part. They're right. And a lot of them get their big win. Like, I've had friends of mine, we're not going to use any names, but we all know, who win $20 million. And they say, great, now I only need to do this 2 more times and I'll be even. And it's just like they never stop, bro. They never stop. How does that work? It works. You just keep clicking and that's it.
Digging, I might be able to find that diamond I've been desperately searching for. But the sad reality is, even if you find the diamond, you're just gonna feel so good doing it
you're
that
gonna want to keep going
right back into the mines looking for another one.
That's right.
If I'd have had that big win, I would have just spent it anyway.
A lot of the higher ups at these companies.
Because I have this with I had this with Apex. I remember I would play Apex and I would have a good game. I would have like a 20 kill game. Yes, I'm popping the fuck off, right? Well, I'm not going to quit now. I'm cooking. I don't want to quit. I want to keep going. I want to play again. And then when I have a 3 kill game or I get killed on spawn, well, I'm not going to quit now. Bro, that was such a bad game. I can't just stop playing on that game. I've got to keep going. And before you know it, it's 7 in the fucking morning.
Refuse any responsibility for creating new gambling addicts over the past few years. They'll make the argument that they're just addicted to their phone and our app just happens to be on.
I don't believe that there is an addiction to mobile betting any more than there is an addiction to utilization of your phone for any other reason.
You don't think adding a layer of betting makes the phone more addictive than just tooling around Instagram?
No. There is problem gambling. It is a real problem. Whether it's gotten bigger or it's just become more noticeable because sports betting is legal, I think is an unknown.
Let me guess. This guy owns a gambling company? I bet, you know what? I bet this guy owns a gambling company. He does? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
They'd be gambling anyway, whether it's on our app that sends 30 push notifications a day and is linked to their bank account, or only available in a state on the other side of the country, is totally irrelevant. And while there are obviously some people for whom that is true, you cannot deny the fact that making it so goddamn easy to bet anything at any time is leading to more people gambling who wouldn't have otherwise. You're dangling a piece of candy inches away from people's faces and then saying, hey, it's not our fault they grabbed it. They still would have grabbed it even if it was 2,000 miles away. Since this is all still relatively new in the US, maybe we'll see more legislation in the future to come.
Who is this guy? What is he talking about? Oh my God. What is this?
Combat this avalanche. In some countries, they no longer allow celebrities to appear in sportsbook ads, or they've banned the ads from appearing during sporting events altogether.
Oh, wow.
America is still in this Wild West infancy where all these apps are just scrambling to find a way onto your phone before regulations start kicking in.
I need to do one of these.
Maybe in the future? Nah, I'm going to be honest. It's hard to imagine that happening.
Yeah, it's not
I think
gonna
it's
happen.
too late to put the toothpaste back in the tube. The leagues are making too much money off it already. Of course they want to shove
Well,
betting
it's also that they're like the entire business model is built around it. Like there's a lot of, I bet the business model for a lot of things would not function if they couldn't have gambling. Because gambling brings in so much money that it allows companies to take risks and do things and spend amounts of money that they wouldn't otherwise have. So now that you have the gambling, oh man, now you can just pop right off. Is gotcha basically gambling? It is, but you can't chase losses. I talked about it earlier.
Apps down everyone's throats. It gives people more of a reason to watch the games, especially bad ones. While most people would turn off a 20-point blowout in the fourth quarter, you're still glued to the screen because you need CeeDee Lamb to get 12 more yards for your parlay to hit. They figured out a way to make
and it's a symbiotic relationship too. And you can see how that symbiotic relationship manifests itself. Because now you have people that are addicted to watching the entire game. Now they're watching more commercials. So now the league is making more money. And the league is making more money because of sports betting that's keeping people invested. That's how it works.
Every moment matter, even if it doesn't.
You want to make every game interesting? Step one, open the BetMGM Sports.
Oh, step one, start gambling. You want to make things fun? Start gambling. There it is.
You know what to do.
It's not just sports, though. It seems like these days you can gamble on absolutely anything. You can bet on celebrity breakups. You can bet on which White Lotus character will return in season 3. You can bet on the presidential election.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my God, so many people did. Hundreds of millions.
I know somebody who did.
Of dollars were tied up in political bets this year, and if that's not indicative of a nationwide gambling epidemic, I don't know what is. But I'll admit I'm a little conflicted about this. Because on one hand, gamifying every aspect of our lives only gives more power to those with influence. It creates a financial incentive for spreading deliberate misinformation. It can make you question the motive behind every—
The problem is that it's not misinformation. Everybody knows that you can lose when you gamble. But they do it anyway because they're special. Other people lose, I win, I'm a winner, they're losers. That's the reason why.
Everything you see and hear. But on the other hand, XQC lost $700,000 betting on the election, and that's really fun. If you don't know who XQC is, he's a streamer.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. Now we get to the good part.
Who, at least in every clip I've seen of him, seems to be speaking a language he invented and no one else can understand.
He's
also one of the many streamers who've massively increased their wealth over the past few years by taking...
How much he made? Trainwreck's guys, he made $360 million by promoting gambling. Damn, bro. Oh my should have started gambling. I should have been gambling, bro. I should have been gambling. Why was I not gambling? Yeah. We should have been gambling, bro. Like
years by taking sponsorships from
getting paid $1 million a week. That's smart. I paid Aiden Ross $1 million a week. He probably making a bunch of people gamble. Yeah. Getting paid $1 million a week. Think about that. That's a lot of money.
Offshore crypto-based online casinos, helping them and the website they stream it on explode in popularity.
Doesn't that just helping them? Isn't that just amazing when you face palm because you're so disappointed because you only won $125,000? It's like, fuck, man, fuck, I'm never gonna make that money back.
Them and the website they stream it on explode in popularity. At almost any point of any day, you can go to the slots tab on kick.com and see someone who is zonked out of their mind. Eyes bloodshot red, 12 hours into nonstop slot spins, desperately trying to win.
No, like do y'all have in your area, do you have like a place where it's obviously a gambling place, but they call it something else? Like, it's like a smoking lounge or an arcade or, something like that, laundromat. And like, there's this one time, like, there's this, man, she fat as hell. This fat lady sitting playing the slots machine at one of these gas stations I go to. She's there every day. Every day she wasting. I wonder where she keeps getting all the money. I figure, like, eventually, why doesn't she ever run out of money? But she just keeps going. PA, they have it regulated. There's one in every store. Yeah. Yeah, they really go in on it. And I see them, and I'm telling you guys, you know what they remind me of? You remember back in Dark Souls 1, at the beginning of the game, when they show in the undead asylum, and those people are like, that's them.
Back all the money they've lost so far, oftentimes in a situation so dire that even the chat, with no personal stakes involved and only there for entertainment,
take a break. Please stop, bro. You're spending about $3,000 every 3 minutes. That's horrible. RTP, play better games with better return to player. Dead, it's dead. Take a break, dude. Stop spinning. Stop spinning. Leave, bro.
Begging them to stop, but they can't. They're on autopilot. Every loss is money that needs to be won back, and every win is just more money to gamble with. I randomly opened this guy's stream one day and watched in real time as he won almost $100,000.
That's nothing, bro. You only won $100,000, dude. You're spinning at 240. Oh yeah, you're cooked. That's not that covers him for like an hour or 2 hours.
And then say this.
95K, that's fucking huge. We're a tenth of the way back.
A tenth?
Oh man. Gambler's logic. And you see, you're a tenth of the way back to being able to double your money. It's not like you're a tenth of the way back to be able to make your money back and then stop. No, you're a tenth of the way back because then at that point, now you can do what you came here initially to do, which is to become a multi-fucking millionaire. He's locked in. Yeah, he's not cooked. He's burnt.
This dude was down $1 million on Big Bass Bash? To most people watching, it's pretty easy to say, hey man, you should probably quit while you're ahead. No, 100,000 isn't $1 million, but it's a lot more than zero. The problem is someone in this state of mind isn't capable of seeing it that way. He's not even in Thursday afternoon with the rest of us. He's still on the tail end of Wednesday night. So the rational part of his...
no, it's like the 40-hour spinning sessions. 40 hours, bro, like a 33-hour spinning. Like, you're just going, man. Look at the wall. You know what that wall is? That's the wall is the other 9/10. I mean, I do the same thing. I lost $900,000. I'd be out of my fucking mind.
brain, too subdued to muster anything more than a mumble, asks his chat if he should end it there.
Should we up the bet or leave?
They all scream, of course you should, but
no, you always spend more money. If you are in a situation where you've lost a lot of money, the best thing to do is to double the initial bet and then win it all back and then some. Always double it. Never stop gambling. I thought about doing a gambling stream, unsponsored, and if I won, that would be really fucking funny. Because I do genuinely believe, I think anytime I do this, I always win. I have the right mindset. It's toxic? Yeah, exactly. Fucking toxic. Well, like, maybe, you know what? Never mind. I can't say that. That'd be too much. I can't say it.
Falls on deaf ears. He's yet to stop spamming spins for even a second. This man is no longer in control of his actions. He's a zombie, relegated to the passenger seat of his own mind as it careens towards the conclusion
Look at the money go down.
Watching knows.
See, this is what I was saying. $95,000, bro. That's an hour at best. That's it. Kai hit 600K.
But there's
what, after spending $1 million? Is that right? No, I'm telling you, like, if you know how to gamble the right way, you can make a lot of money. But the people that know how to do that don't punch holes in their wall. That's the difference, right? They don't punch holes in their wall. They just do it. They all think that? Yeah, they all think that, exactly. You can't make money, it's bullshit. You can't really make money in slots, but there's a lot of ways that you can gamble and make money. And also, one of the big reasons why a lot of people, like people that have a lot of money, have a better chance of making a lot of money because they have more resources to chase losses with. But people with little money, if they go into a bad streak, they're done. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, if I made my own gambling website, I think I could really do something special. I could do something real special. Do it. I would, if I did it the way I wanted to do it, even the way that I would describe it would probably get me banned. Well, I can't even describe what I would want to do. It would be bad. It would be real good. Okay, come on. Yeah, no, is that gold mine? Yeah, just hit it. Legally fraud people? No. Like, what if, like... No.
There's nothing he can do to stop the momentum.
I have to quit at a certain point.
This is him, bro. That's him. That's him right there.
At a certain point, I gotta give up. Oh my god. At a certain point, I gotta give up. Dude, that.
Wait, what did the message say?
I gotta give up. Oh my god. At a certain point, I gotta give up.
Insufficient funds to place this bet. Please fund your account or lower the bet level. Ooh, he's a loser. Ooh, what a loser. Wow.
Dude, that dog demolished the balance. Oh my god.
Time for another hole in the wall. Now, here's the question. Did he put those holes in the wall with his fist or with his hand, with his head? What do y'all think? Because if he leaned back, I think he could have done it with his both. Yeah.
That's crazy. Lost over $1 million today.
Yeah, that's a lot.
In there.
All he can do now is sit in the reality of what just happened.
That's not all he can do now. He could go get more money and then win the money back. Duh. What do you mean? Beautiful girl. Oh, no.
Come to terms with the fact that despite his and everyone else's better judgment, he got doghoused.
Doghouse is what did it. Dude, doghouse is what defeated me. I got dog.
Man. Oh, man. What if you... Oh, God. Should I even say this? I don't think I should even say this. What if they had people that... Y'all want to... This is... Say it. This is going to get people... All right, so imagine this, right? Imagine they had people like this, and the gambling websites started watching people that were losing tons of money and fucking up their life massively. And then the gambling websites allowed people to parlay on if these people are going to kill themselves. Like fucking cannibalism. I'm a creative guy. I'm a very creative person. And then everybody could be watching it. Oh, that would be so fucking sick. Oh my God. Oh, that'd be good. This just right off the top too, by the way. Like if you let me loose, I'll tell you something. Ooh. Oh, that's... Somebody's going to take that idea eventually, by the way, because it's a really good one.
Doghouse. I got doghouse.
It's like horse betting? Yeah. Yeah.
Doghouse. Full doghouse, dude. Full doghouse. Full fucking doghouse, dude. Dude. I got doghouse.
Did I just watch this guy ruin his life?
I don't know.
No, of course not. He's going to get that money back tomorrow. He just has to talk to the mafia. They're going to get the money back, and then he's going to be a millionaire. It's going to be fine, man. What do you mean? Yeah, he going to be fine. He got outsmarted by a dog. He did. I always think it, like, at least with sports betting, it's like there's like some degree of thinking. Like the people that lose all their money on slots, I find that crazy. Like, how do you do that? Because it's like it's so obvious that, like, you know, it's like is rigged against you, but people just keep spending money on it. Like, yeah, cartel watching. Like, yeah, I mean, he got dog packed. He did get dog packed.
Actually, the thing is, it's hard to take streams like this at face value. There's a very well-documented history of streamers on Kick high-stakes gambling with money that was given to them by the website they're playing on. So not only are the stakes not high, but it's
Is there any evidence of that? Or is it just an assumption? Because I've never seen any evidence of this happening. Yeah, I've never seen it. Trainwrecks talked about it? Nah, I like with that shit with Rosh? No, that was about something else. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, use the money as stake to sponsor a gamble. Yeah, I don't know if it's like, I've never seen evidence that the money that they're spending is fake money. The balance is obviously sponsored. He talks about Rosh using fake money daily. No, I thought he was talking about how Rosh would stack up like a bunch of bonus spends and then act like he made money because he stacked up bonus spends off stream. Like I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about. No, that's not it. Well, I don't know. It's not fake money. The site gives him money to spend. I don't know. He also does that. Jeez.
technically not even
I
gambling.
still have that hoodie.
It's just promotion. The entire goal of these streams is just to make the people watching them think they too can go win life-changing money on asscoin.com. So maybe this is all bullshit. Maybe the only real thing about these streams are the holes he punched into the wall behind him. Maybe he'll miraculously be back in a couple days with a suspiciously large balance.
Now he's spinning at 1.5. Oh my God. Damn.
Seeming to lose everything. But clips like this are just the flip side of an online ecosystem currently doing everything it can to convince impressionable teenagers scrolling through TikTok and YouTube shorts that gambling is awesome, actually, and you've got to start doing it.
Yes. Oh my God. Bang, 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 bang. Yes. Oh my God. Bang, 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 bang.
That's a great feeling, man.
Now, some people have accused these websites of rigging the odds in favor of the
I love it.
so it's easier for them to farm these clips. And as far as I'm aware, there's no proof of that. I think the
how much is it? How much did they win? Was that 10 million? That's pretty good. Look. Damn.
I think the misrepresentation of odds here is simply due to the fact that these websites can just keep depositing money into their accounts whenever they lose, giving them unlimited funds to play with.
Unless Rubet's gonna give me free money, I think that's like actually it. We really just need Howie to give us a ton of free money.
If you're
well, they're giving you money because they know you're gonna waste the money anyway. I don't think that means like they're sponsoring him to gamble. That doesn't mean it's necessarily like giving you money to gamble with is different than having the gambles be fake. Like these are two different things, to be fair.
Given infinite money, you can just keep betting until you hit a jackpot. For them, there's no such thing as rock bottom, a philosophy that very much does not translate to real life. In real life, you can hit rock bottom, and when you do, there's no texting Howie to get yourself out of it. What's especially...
Bro, can I just get... can you rejuice me? I need, just another 500. 500K, yeah, just real quick.
Concerning about these kinds of streams is that while sports betting apps are at least targeting mostly grown men, the majority audience for a lot of these streamers are teenagers and young adults. People whose brains have not finished developing yet. People who would have a harder time distinguishing.
Well, it's better. The thing is that the reason why you want to target kids with gambling is because they're stupid and it's easier to take advantage of them. So if you can get a kid addicted to gambling really early on, by the time that they become an adult, they're already ready to fuck their whole life up. So that's the reason why. It's like, you've seen farming, right? It's like you don't harvest the corn the moment the little seed comes out of the ground. You wait for it to be a whole corn cob. But in order to do that, you have to water the plant.
Between entertainment and real life and have less of an ability to evaluate risk compared to people much older than them. It is statistically proven that people who are exposed to gambling at a young age are more likely to develop problems with it later in life.
Of course.
So maybe don't do this. Is that too much to ask?
Now, there are a few different...
I can't really get mad at people for gambling on stake when football and every other national sport is plastered with gambling ads. If I can't expect the NFL to have integrity, how the fuck can I expect XQC to have integrity? It's such a disconnected perspective, in my opinion. Like, this is all around, like, that's it, don't respect that. Yeah, exactly. DraftKings ad, every commercial break. Yeah. XQC wagered $1 billion. It's a lot of money.
Types of gambling streamers. There are the ones like Aiden Ross who have been very transparent about the fact that money is the only thing that matters to them.
Aiden Ross warns Twitch fans not to buy trash crypto coin he hyped up and paid. Oh, I remember that. MILF coin. Yeah, that was a good one, huh? People are mad about that.
There's no line they would be unwilling to cross.
Aiden Ross says it's fun to peddle gambling to children. And, well, yeah, I bet it probably is. I mean, he's probably not lying. Yeah, it's probably telling the truth. Probably is fun.
In pursuit of it. Then there's streamers like Steve Will Do It, who admitted in an interview with CoffeeZilla that the only reason he started taking these sponsorships was because he used to have a gambling problem, and it was a way for him to continue to gamble without having to use his own money. In other words, he knows...
That's smart. Yeah. That way, instead, it's like a reverse Jesus thing, where, like, instead of you die for other people's sins, other people get to die for your sins.
From personal experience the harm a gambling addiction can cause, but he has no problem promoting that to other people as long as it's not his money they're losing. But then there's also plenty of streamers that don't seem to think they're doing anything wrong. They put their head in the sand and make excuses because the money's too good for them to turn down. Take Nick Merckx, for example.
I think everybody knows that they're doing something wrong by gambling, but why are you going to try to fight against something that's become so culturally relative or so culturally relevant that everything in the entire sports scene is synonymous with gambling? How are we going to get mad? Like, this is the way I see it, right? How are you going to get mad at Nick Merckx? Nick Merckx isn't the one that made the law against sports betting legal. He's not the one that signed the NFL away to doing this. I disagree. Gambling is not a morally bad thing. You don't want to do that? That's fine, right? I mean, you don't want to get, like, if you think gambling is good, then you should keep gambling. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're going to become a billionaire. It's the government's job to fix this, not yours? Yeah. No, I don't. It's not doom or take. But what I'm saying is that I think that the perspective is wrong. And I think that it's easy to target personalities like Nick Merckx or Train or XQC and say, oh, you're bad for doing this. But the reality is that they are like infecting 1% of the population with this. The 99% of the population is being infected by the NFL doing it, by the NBA doing it, by it being on national syndicated television. It's a massive disconnect of priorities, and I think that people only want to do it because it makes them feel good for shitting on somebody they don't like. That's it. Is it a question of money or principle? What with gambling? I just don't like gambling. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand. I just don't like it. I'm not afraid of gambling. If somebody says, hey, gamble, I'll do it, right? It's like what I said before about how I could suck a dick, it wouldn't be gay. Like, I could suck a dude's dick, and I wouldn't be worried about getting addicted to sucking dicks because I'm not gay. Right? It doesn't bother me. So it's not like I'm afraid to gamble because I'm afraid I'm going to get addicted. It's just something I don't enjoy. Like sucking dick. It's the same thing.
It's pretty defensive when people question the fact that he spends 1 week out of every month spinning slots on kick.com.
Oh, yeah, because he's getting paid. He's getting paid to do it. That's fine. Yeah, of course. I forgot my audience, a bunch of 8-year-olds, fucking dumbass. I mean, who cares? Right?
Sorry, forgot a bunch of children watch my streams. Like, dude, you've spent the past 6 years streaming Fortnite and Call of Duty. If you don't think the majority of your audience is young men, I don't know what to tell you. And don't even
I think it's young men, but I don't think it's kids. I really don't think so. Like, I think kids usually are going to be watching somebody who's like closer in age. Nick's like 30.
Started on Drake, I know a large portion of his audience is underage because those are the people he's trying to fuck.
So while obviously these websites
I knew he was going to go there.
Decentralized currency and are based out of a small island country with laughably loose gambling restrictions in order to skirt federal regulations are mostly to blame for the damage they've caused. These celebrities and streamers who've helped popularize them are very much complicit. When you build an audience online, whether you like it or not, there is a parasocial element to it. There are people in your fan base who look up to you and trust you, and every time you sell something to them, you are leveraging that parasocial relationship in order to financially benefit. And I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I sell merch, I have sponsors, I just did an ad read like 3 minutes ago. But my God, I feel like the bare minimum with the sponsorship is, does this product actively hurt the people that use it? Yes? Then I'm not gonna do that. I get that it can sting to turn down a lot of money. And
why would somebody turn down a bunch of money? Like, this is what I don't think people like this guy understand. Why would you turn down a lot of money? Doesn't make sense. Because if you could make a lot of money, then that's a lot of money. And then you have the money. So, what are we talking about here? What is this, morals? What do you mean? No, but it's a lot of money. Like, it could be like $1 million. Like, we're not talking about like $10. Like, it's like $1 million. It's a dumb take. We watched a whole video now about how people are dumb. So I don't know what you want me to say. Does the future of your brand matter, though? Would you say it's more dependent on the content? Nobody gives a fuck about that. People are going to dislike you for any reason. Most people take the $1 million. You turned it down, didn't you? I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I don't want to do it. I didn't think it'd be good in the long term for my career. And it's not really what I wanted to do with my time. It's not really morals. Like, I mean, I just didn't want to do it. Yeah, that's it. I don't like trying to put myself above. That's the same thing I said with donations, right? Is like, oh, I don't take donations. Nah, cause like, I think I'm too good to take donations. Fuck that. No, of course not. But like, I just don't want to deal with people like trying to donate to get me to read their. It's fucking annoying, right? Like, I don't like tearing out viewers. Like, you guys want to type something, you want to ask me something, just type it in the fucking chat, right? And I don't want to make it weird with like money. But like, what I'm saying is that, why would you think about how it's going to negatively affect another person if you're going to get a lot of money for it? Why would you do that? Why would you, like, I can't understand that. And I think that a lot of people, they act like they understand it because they don't have to understand it. There's never going to be a point in their life where they're given the opportunity to make a lot of money by doing something that's unethical. So many people are talking about this from the peanut gallery. They're thinking about this on what somebody else should do. But I actually believe that if you put it in most people's minds, like, let's say that if you gamble, you're going to get somebody in your audience to kill themselves. I think that if you give somebody a red button and you say you push this button, it's going to kill one random person on the other side of the world, and you're going to get $1 million, people would smash the fucking shit out of it. I bet 99% of people would. At least 90% would. So, I would, right? Everybody would probably do it. Now, you might not do it on the first day. It might take you 3 or 4 days. It might not be for a year. But there will come a day that you will probably press the button. That's what I believe. I genuinely believe that. Can we push it twice? Oh, yeah, you can push it as many times as you want. Yeah, of course. And so that's the way I see it.
The numbers people have floated around are accurate. It is a stupid amount of money. But for some of these people who could already live 10 full lifetimes without ever having to worry about bills ever again, when is it enough? It's just crazy to me. It's like, thank you to everyone who supports what I do. You've given me my dream job, this life of luxury I'm so lucky to have. And in return, I give to you a crippling addiction. Sorry.
Well, that's why it's like, if you just did, like, instead of taking a sponsor, if you could just do a human sacrifice to a blood god, I feel like it would be more entertaining for the viewers. But it's just that the blood gods don't pay as much as steak. That's why people keep gambling. If the blood gods were paying more money than steak, Oh, we'd be having human executions all the time.
I wanted to buy a house in Mexico.
We got another place because you can't do it in America. You have to go somewhere else. So
Yeah.
we went somewhere else and we got another place.
He's talking about, ooh, got him. True. So he's talking about stake. You can't gamble on stake in America, so you have to go like into, I think, Canada or Mexico to do it.
Dramatic, but I'm a little concerned where this is all headed. People like to talk about iPad babies who are burning all their dopamine receptors before they even reach preschool. But what is a slump?
Like imagine like you're a little kid. The first thing you do is you start getting addicted to cocoa melon, and then you go to school. You're 8 years old. You can't write your own name. You don't know what math is. You don't know what the planet Earth is. You're just so fucking brain dead. You have gacha games that are trying to get you addicted. You have like streamers that are trying to get you addicted. Like basically, it's like if you're a kid, it's like you're spawning in the middle of the fucking like desert and there's like 50 fucking buzzards around you and they're all trying to get you. And you've got to crawl to the oasis. And then, yeah, bro, and then you start like by the time that you become a teenager and you start understanding like, wait, bro, like so you telling me like the odds are if I play it long enough, I lose the money? Wait, what? And they're like, wait, what's this galaxy gas? Man, all right, yeah, no, I got $100 on it right now. Yeah, no, these kids are fucking cooked, man. You thought they were trying to get some brain cells in there. Well, we fixed that up real quick.
Machine, if not just a giant iPad, scientifically engineered to be as mesmerizing.
Oh my God, look at him. Oh, jeez. As I said, bro, it's the undead asylum in Dark Souls.
As possible, so you don't even realize what you're letting it take from you.
$1,000 in fast spins at $50 a spin. Look
Yeah.
at that $194,000 grand. That thing is due. Oh, well, that's $1,000.
Gambling can be addictive enough on its own, even
watching a movie while your machines are on auto spin is crazy work. What do you mean that's crazy? I do that in Star Rail. What, you think you're better than me? That's a nice chair, bro. Look at the upholstery on that chair. Damn, I wonder where they got that money.
Or you add in all this social pressure. The transition from casual gambler to full-blown addict can happen so gradually, a lot of people don't even realize it's happened to them until it's too late. And when everyone around you, from celebrities in commercials to all your favorite streamers, are just making it seem like it's no big deal. It's fun, everybody does it. Can you truly recognize the seriousness of what you're getting yourself into? I think all we can really do for the time being is try to fight back against the normalization of gambling.
No, what you have to do is you have to lobby lawmakers to make it illegal. That's what's going to make it stop. You can never guilt trip somebody into saying that they don't want $1 million. It's not going to happen. It's a waste of time. It might make you feel morally good, but it does no benefit. It doesn't. It does nothing. It just doesn't do anything. What you need to do is you need to lobby lawmakers to make it illegal. But the problem is that so many people, at least here in the U.S., like the Muslims over there in the Middle East, they get this shit right. They do. Like, we know that I have disagreements with some of the ways that they handle things, but not all things. There's a number. They're like, y'all got it right over there with this gambling shit. Yeah.
So what do you say we all get together and call a timeout? What's that? They already tried that for hate.
We need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout
On hate. Together. Together.
And it's not working?
Oh.
Even though they got shacked?
Well, that's not good.
Oh, no.
That was kind of the only idea I had.
Gambling is not new. For as long as there's been man, there's been the primal desire to bet it all on red. But what is new is the way technology has evolved to prey on these urges in the most efficient and targeted ways possible. Using AI to send push notifications at the precise moment they know they're most likely to be open. Using a constantly evolving algorithm to offer bets
It's like,
that
you know, they can like read your contact information, like read your text messages, and they know whenever you like look at you like open up your ex's phone number to text her, and then they send you a push notification because they know that you're in some kind of fucked up mood. And they're like, yeah, we can get this guy on a 9-way parlay for sure.
are so time sensitive, you have to commit to it before you even have a chance to think about it. These apps didn't invent gambling addiction, they've just made it more accessible. You combine all of that with a system in which most people aren't paid nearly enough money for the amount of work that they do and might see gambling as one of the only ways out of that situation, only to end up exacerbating their problems, and you end up with the unmitigated economic disaster we're in now. Forgive me for
that's what happens, is that a lot of people, this is basically the reason. Remember what I said before is like, if you want people to give you all their money, sell them hope. That's why everybody that the Vatican has a lot of money. Did you guys ever notice that? They've got a lot of money. Where did the money come from? Yeah, wow. And so anyway, if you can sell people on hope, they'll give you all their money. So that's the reason why it's really popular too. It's because people live in a world where they believe that there's no upward mobility in culture or in society. And so they think that the only way for them to be successful is to win by gambling. So in a way, the quality of their life is already a foregone conclusion that it's bad. They've already decided that their life is ruined. So if they lose all their money on gambling, really, they're just breaking even.
The C word, but we've stumbled into this stage of capitalism where every dollar must be profited by any means necessary, and foregoing any chance to do so would simply be seen as a missed opportunity. Advertisements in
you can't blame people either for doing it because they don't have any money. Like, I understand why people do it, because there's no other alternative. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for them.
In the game? Not enough. Now they're a part of the game. A mini fridge in the hotel that I can store my leftovers in? No, we should be filling every square inch of that thing with $12 Coke cans that'll automatically charge your credit card even if you're just moving one out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, there you go. I say the reason why popes and pastors have nice cars and money is because God is blessing them for their work. Man, God really likes blessing that Kenneth guy then, doesn't he? That guy must be great. Yeah, anyway, it's not that the Vatican promotes gambling. What I'm saying is that religion, gives people a avenue of hope. And I think that gambling also gives people the avenue of hope. I think it's really the same thing in terms of what is the axiomatic decision-making factor. What causes a person to do this? A person does this because they hope to be rich. That's it. I think Kenneth is he's based on something, probably revelation, but he's based on something. You're right.
YouTube outro that's just a few seconds of peaceful music and no call to action? You wish, bozo. Please go listen to the song I made with my friend Sam. I wrote the guitar for it, and I think it's pretty good. Thanks for watching.
So, here's really what I see. I think gambling is going to keep getting more and more popular. I do. I think it's going to keep getting...
These are my top 10 mistakes that slot machine players make. Number 1, the biggest mistake that slot players make is playing slot machines in the first place.
So what's number 2? It kind of makes me wonder, what the fuck is number 2 then? Yeah, it's good to have gambling. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so this is what I think is going to happen with gambling. This is a great video.
A few months ago,
I love this guy's videos. I'm going to link it to you guys. And I don't know why I haven't subscribed to his channel. But the shit you take after gambling, yeah, not quitting after your first win. I guess so. I think gambling is going to keep getting worse. Here's the reasons why I think gambling is going to keep getting worse. And I'll explain it in a pretty doomer way, but I think that you guys can probably see where I'm coming from. So gambling is going to keep getting worse because we are seeing a complete divergence from a person being able to have any ownership over the success or happiness in their life. So people don't have any real control over the outcomes in their life. They can't control their job. They can't control how much money they're making. They can't control where they live. They live a world and a lifestyle that is oppressive in every single way. They can't get a girlfriend because every dating app is pay to win. Even if they go on a date, they can't afford it. They can't afford a car. Their car is breaking. They're working at a job that they hate. wow, the boss's son got the promotion and not you. They, you know, maybe have to help their parents. Like, everything in their life is fucking garbage, right? Or it's basically like you're trying to run a race with ankle weights. And what I think gambling provides you the opportunity for is it's the fantasy that even while you're doing it, you can indulge in the fantasy that your current material circumstances of your life might not be around forever. And so, like, while you're gambling, you can indulge in the fantasy that your life will improve and it will get better. And it's, again, what I was saying before, it's hopeful escapism. But it's definitely the hope there, right? Then you combine that with the lack of religion. People don't have any sort of, like, moral structure or, like, moral guidance in their life. That means that they're much more easily able to be taken advantage of, right? Because most people do need a magic fairy in the sky to tell them what to believe, because most people are just stupid. And so if they can't have that, they're just going to look for somebody else to tell them what to believe. And that's it. It's like believing in magic. Yeah, exactly. You described regular life in Brazil. Yeah. And so that's what happens. And then you have, on top of that, you have all of this money that's being invested into it, because you have a population of people that are systematically undereducated. Systematically, and in my belief, intentionally undereducated and miseducated. That's why, oh, what a surprise, you spend all your time learning about algebra, but nobody learns statistics. Why is that? I think there's a reason for it. And so anyway, so stupid people believe in God. Stupid people are more easily able to take on, and I do think that, by the way, I do think that there is a correlation between lower IQ and a stronger belief in God. I do, actually. I'm pretty sure this is like a scientifically proven fact. So, you know, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the person who did the study. So, it's a bell curve. Yeah, exactly. It's a bell curve. But anyway, algebra, but not personal finance, right? And so you have people that are stupid. And I think that you guys really need to understand how profoundly fucking retarded people are. Because a lot of people don't respect it. You don't respect how dumb people really are. Keep in mind, A&W, in order to compete with the quarter pounder from McDonald's, made a third pounder. The third pounder didn't sell well because 3 is a smaller number than 4, and people thought a third was less than a fourth. On Election Day of 2024, where's Joe Biden on the ballot saw a surge in popularity. People are dumb as hell. They dumb as hell. You have no idea how dumb the average person is. Yeah, that's it. I remember when that happens. Yeah, atheists are retards. Listen, I'm not going to argue with you about this stuff, but what I'm saying is that I think that dumb people... So, I'll go farther on this, but, like, this is going to... It's going to get into, like, the, you know, the psychotic, you know, Asmongold philosophy on life. I think that humans are... Basically, a human's brain and the ability of a human to perceive its own existence, metacognition, has evolved at a rate that's much higher than our rate to cope with that awareness. So what I mean by that is that basically it's like the human brain is a really, really fast car, but the human like mentality and the ability to cope with the realities of that is like a 5-year-old. So we can easily run to conclusions like, oh, wow, like all of these, like, you know, weird existential dread questions. And I think people don't want to have that in their head. They don't want to be aware of that. It's basically like the idea of ignorance is bliss. And so because of that, they are looking for something to answer all of those questions that they can just put all of that over there and they don't have to think about it anymore. And I think that's what happens. I think that's what people do with religion. I think that's what they do with culture or with nationalism. I think that's what they do with political dogma. That's what they do with everything. With race, politics, intersectionality, everything. And so they can just look for a way that they can put all of their questions in life and all of the things that they think are unfair and wrong, they can just find a person who will put them in that box. Because a lot of people, I think, are uncomfortable with their capacity for rational thought. And so they actively try to suppress it as much as they can. And they also exist inside a society that rewards you and actively wants you to suppress that rational thought. And so all of these things come together, and you have people that are addicted to gambling killing themselves constantly. That's what happens. That's it. That's what I think. And I know this might sound crazy, but I think that's why it's happening. Do people feel safer in numbers? Yeah. It's still not as bad as OnlyFans. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue. You think whatever you want. Religious folk don't want to admit that humans created a greater power than themselves. They fear the unknown. Believing that stuff is easier than seeking the truth. Well, it's because you're never going to find the truth. The people are just as close to finding the answers to the universe as a dog is. Like, if you think about this in terms of like IQ, I think that you probably need theoretical like 10,000 IQ to perceive the existence, like the entire nature of existence. And the smartest people are like a little bit over 200. We're not even remotely close. Yeah, like I really, that's what I believe. We're just smarter animals? Yeah, exactly. I mean, you think about the spectrum. It would legit break our brains? Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't order and design tell us there's a designer? I don't know. I mean, you can debate that all you want. But what I'm saying is I'm talking about like the desire that people have and like what causes them to go after that. I think it's worse. The truth is not knowledgeable no matter the IQ. I don't know. Maybe you're right. But, you know, like what I'm saying is that like we don't even have the ability to know whether you're right or not. That's my point. But yeah, anyway, I thought this was a really good video and I wanted to watch it. I'll link it to you guys again.